Hey guys, welcome back to another vlog. I feel like this is just one of those weeks where literally nothing exciting is happening except on Saturday. My birthday's on Saturday, but as far as the actual weekdays go, it's just me going to work, going to the gym, reading my books, and that's it. It's a very mundane, unexciting week, but I think I've just been reminded of the fact that for the most part that is our lives. We obviously have the very high and exciting days, but the most part is it's just an average Wednesday, you know. And so I think my goal for this week is to go through the motions of everyday normal life, but I think trying to be more present than I usually would and trying to just enjoy the simple things, like the very small, mundane and simple things. I just want to challenge myself to enjoy them a little bit more. So I think that's what this video is going to be. Today is Tuesday. It's just past 11. I've been working this morning, as you saw. I do still have quite a bit left to do before I head off to my other part-time job for this afternoon, and then this evening I have some plans with some friends. I so very desperately want to get back in that bed and just nap until I have to go to work, because that is something that I can do, but I have other priorities. I have another job now. If you didn't see my last video, I started a new part-time job, and so I still have some work left to do. So I think I'm gonna go down to the kitchen because I'm prepping some lunch, and I think I'm gonna sit there and work for a bit so that I'm not tempted by the very comfortable looking bed behind me. It's now a little bit later. I managed to make some progress with my work. I also had some lunch. So before I continue with the rest of my work, I think we are going to make some iced coffee just for a little bit of a pick-me-up to get me through the rest of the afternoon and all of the things that I still have to do. My mom actually bought some almond milk, and I've had almond milk with hot coffee before, but I did not like that. I think it just has this really peculiar taste that I wasn't overly fond of. However, she told me that I need to try it with iced coffee. I'm gonna test it out and see if maybe I do actually like almond milk with iced coffee. I am happy to have been proven wrong, because this is really good. I actually do see what the hype is about with almond milk in your iced coffee. I might have been converted. I think I'm gonna take this upstairs and I'm gonna finish up my work for the morning. Maybe do a little bit of reading if I have time before I head off to work. I also added a little bit more vanilla syrup than I usually do, just to make it nice and sweet, but this is really good. I'm impressed. Today has been one of those very slow and not really productive days. I feel like I've hit a bit of a midweek slump, if we're being honest. I stayed in bed a lot later this morning than I'd originally planned, but I eventually got out. I took an everything shower, I washed my hair, and I feel a lot better after that. As you saw, I also packed away some laundry that's been bothering me. I just edited and posted an Instagram reel. So we have been taking some things off of our to-do list, but it's not been nearly as productive as the other 2 days. in this week, which, you know what, I think it's also fine. I did make a lot of progress in my work, so it's not like I'm falling behind. I'm doing construction on the house across the road and it is slowly driving me insane. I have a little bit of time left before I have to head off to work this afternoon, so I'm gonna sit here for a bit. I'm gonna get some work done. Like I said, I actually made very decent progress this week so far, so I don't really have that much to do, but I rather get it done sooner than later because there's still a lot left to be done. Or I'm kind of like going through what I already did and trying to make it better because I'm not happy with where it is at the minute. I also wanted to go and get some coffee, however I think I'm gonna go before work, so that can be my little pick-me-up to get me through the rest of this afternoon because I definitely need it. I'm however looking forward to this evening. My boyfriend and I started watching Agatha Christie's 7 Dials on Netflix, so we're gonna watch that tonight, and then I just kind of want to read and get to bed early, if we're being honest. I kind of just want to get this week over with, and I want to get everything done that I need to get done, because obviously I'm looking forward to this weekend because it's my birthday, like I said. I don't know if I mentioned this before, I don't think I did, but I'm currently reading Happy Place by Emily Henry. I think we're gonna get some coffee and read a little bit of Emily Henry before work, but we will talk about that later. So for now, I'm just gonna get started on this and stop procrastinating. As you guys can tell, I am back home and I just quickly wanted to film this before the rest of my evening is too busy. So like I said, I've been reading Happy Place by Emily Henry. Now this is not my first Emily Henry book. I've written Book Lovers and Beach Read, and while I thoroughly enjoyed both of those books, this is something else. After this book was released, obviously there was quite a lot of hype around it, and I couldn't understand why people were so obsessed with this novel, and I can finally admit I get it. I see what the hype is about. This book, it's on another level. Like, hats off to Emily Henry. I am so invested in this relationship, and just the way that she writes these two characters and their journey and their interactions with each other. I feel like this is probably going to be one of the best romance novels that I've read in the last few years, because it's so real and raw, where I feel like a lot of romance novels, obviously they are feel good, so it can feel a little fluffy, but sometimes I think it also feels a little bit cliche or a little bit cringy or a little bit forced, like the author was trying to purposely say something witty, and you can kind of feel like the author put it in there for the sake of being witty, but it doesn't actually fit with the story or the characters. This is not like that at all. Everything just works so well. I love the dynamic between our main characters, and I mean, yeah, what can I say? I'm a little bit obsessed. I'm about 160 pages in, and I love this book. I wish I had started annotating it, but I didn't know that I was going to love so many of the things that she's written in here. So maybe in a few years time we will reread this, and then I will 100% be annotating it, because there's just so many good quotes in this book. Other than that, I have dinner in the oven, and like I said, I'm planning to have a pretty relaxed evening, so I'm going to be watching 7 Dials on Netflix, have some dinner, and then probably get some reading done before bed, because I don't really want to put this book down. I'm having too much fun with it. I didn't film anything yesterday. I feel like yesterday was just one of those really exceptionally busy days where I had so many errands to run and I had social things to do, and filming was just, it just wasn't happening. However, today is now Friday and we have a couple of things to do before it's officially weekend and I can relax. I have quite a bit of work that I need to do for this project that needs to be done by Monday, so I want to do as much as possible today because obviously I don't want to be working on it all weekend. I want to rest this weekend, so I'm going to be working on that for a little bit, and then my mom and I are going to buy some ingredients for brunch for tomorrow morning, and that's kind of my plan for the day. Is just get my work done, and I really want to finish reading Happy Place today as well. I don't know if I'm gonna make it because I have like 150 pages left, and that's a lot for me to read on an average work day. So I don't know if I can do it, but I really want to finish Happy Place. One, because I'm enjoying it very much, and two, because I want to read the final book in the Magnolia Park series starting tomorrow. So we will see how far we get and how much progress we make, but basically today is a writing and a reading day. Why is this lighting so atrocious? Ever since I heard a new Noah Khan song was coming out, I have been anticipating the release of it. I really love the song so far. I feel like this is going to be on repeat for a very long time. I cannot wait for the new album. I'm so excited. But back to more important matters. I have made some progress with my work. I'm just printing a couple of things. However, I'm not nearly as far as I want to be. I want to get a lot more done today before I am satisfied with it. I think I've gotten to the point where I feel like I can only perfect it to a certain degree, and I cannot do more than that. Like, I need assistance with it. So obviously I'm going to be sending it to the people that I work for to get some feedback from them. I'm learning, I'm figuring things out, and I'm excited to send it to them on Tuesday, and hopefully it's not too bad. I just don't want it to be like severely below standard. Obviously I want to present good content and good work, but I think it's not perfect, it's not bad. I do need a little bit of help. Almost about to leave to go and get our brunch ingredients, and then we're going to come back, do some more work, and then we are going to read Happy Place until I have to leave for work. As you can tell, I'm obviously back home from work. Today felt like one of the longest work days ever. I'm so happy that it's Friday and it's a weekend now, and that I can just relax for the next few days. I don't know why I thought for some reason that I only had 120 pages left of this book, because I did not. It was more like 200 pages, which is a lot more than I was originally anticipating. But right now I'm on chapter 3, so I only have about 80-ish pages left, which is still kind of a lot for me to do in one day, considering it's already basically evening and I do have dinner plans with my family. So realistically, I really want to finish this, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. And I also want to watch a movie tonight, and I want to journal, and there's not enough time to do all of the things that I want to do. Before we end off this video, I wanted to talk about Happy Place and my thoughts on it. So honestly, definitely my favorite Emily Henry book so far. Like I said, I've read Beach Lovers,
No, that's not the title. I've read Beach Read and I've read Book Lovers. I think this one was a lot deeper and there were so many beautiful quotes that I would have loved to annotate had I known better from the start. But I think if I ever do reread this in the future, I'll definitely annotate it. Sometimes I think contemporary romances are a very tough genre for me because I feel like there's only so much that you can do with it, and it's very hard not to make it too fluffy or too cliche or too cheesy. But I think Emily Henry did a really good job with this one. I also want to see if I can read Funny Story somewhere in the future because I've heard a lot of good things about that as well. But yeah, I enjoyed the relationship in this book. I enjoyed the friendship dynamics. I felt that it was very real. And I think that's what made it such an enjoyable read to me. Yeah, I hope you guys liked watching this video and I will see you very soon in the next vlog.